Hello everyone, we're back to revisit or have a look at wounds, dressings and slings for this section. So obviously your main objective, if something is cut or blood is exposed, we must cover it. Whether that's a plaster or a bandage, you must cover it, okay? So this is an ambulance dressing we're going to use. He's got a nasty cut on his forehead, okay? We're going to be unwrapping the nice sterile dressing, placing the pad over the area of concern. Obviously bearing in mind what we're doing is the fight against infection. So, you know, this may well, if it's a nasty cut, it might need checking out. But when we do wrap, you've got to understand we need to keep the dressing nice and wide, okay? See what I mean by wide? Nice width, and we cover the pad. It's as if we are actually making the pad become invisible, okay? I don't want bits sticking out to the pad. I want nice, evenly distributed pad there. So the pad is actually hidden. If it's hidden and you can't see the cotton wool or the lint element, then you're doing a good job. That means blood won't leak, bottom, top, and the dressing is actually sealing it. You might need to add another pad to the top of this. And if you do, keep an eye on it. If it becomes saturated in blood, you need to put another one over. But if the second bandage fills with blood, you need to start the whole process again. To finish it off, you tape it, you tuck it, or you tie it. Okay, but I'm going to leave him there. Very similar concept with the arm. Now with any bleeding, what we do is we understand the concept of seep. We always sit or lay the casualty on the floor ideally. We examine the wound, so we clean the wound. You'll have done the theory side of this. So you clean the wound, making sure nothing's sticking out. If there is anything sticking out, generally it doesn't bleed, okay? So we're going to pack this around. So we're adopting the examination. Now we're elevating, E, and we're applying pressure to the wound. So elevation, sitting or laying, examining the wound, cleaning it, elevating the wound, and applying pressure, okay? So we keep an eye on it again. If it floods with blood, you add to it, or you start again if 2 or more bandages become filled. Now with a child, it's quite prudent for you to actually apply a sling for any injury where you need to keep their arm elevated. So can you think of any other injuries where the child might have the arm in that position? A broken shoulder or a broken collarbone or a dislocated shoulder may mean that the hand is like in that triangular position. So all we do is keep the arm. The child will keep the arm in that position. You unwrap your sling. In real life, the child would be holding around there. You unwrap the sling. Now, you point your triangular bandage into the position of the affected arm. So if the injured arm is on the left side, you point a nice straight arrow to that side. Let me show you this way. You point the nice straight arrow to the injured arm. Okay? Now, if it's this sort of sling you want, where you want to support and elevate the arm, you go over the top. Nice point to the elbow. You come around and you just tie around the back. Okay? It's not the best mannequin to show, but that's the position you want. And that's the way you can keep the arm elevated for the child. That is what we call the arm elevation sling. Okay? One more sling. If the arm is broken or the child is not happy in that position and they just want to keep it in a waist-high position, what we do is the same concept. You unravel the sling, you point it to the injured arm, the injured side, but this time you go under the arm. You point it. There we are, if we just have a look head on, well done. We point it to the injured side. There we are, you can see the arrow. And all we do is wrap over the top, then just tie it around the back. So that is what we call a broken arm support sling. Okay?